Hey everyone, this is Dave A. Gardner, and you're listening to the Heart of Juliet Jones Fanfiction Podcast. This is part 7 of Chasing a Dream, based on the vintage daily comic strip called The Heart of Juliet Jones, with characters and stories originally written by Elliot Kaplan and illustrated by Stan Drake in 1961. The fanfiction story you're hearing today is written by Dave A. Gardner. Welcome back to a story that has the potential to brighten your day with a mix of humor, drama, and a whole lot of heart. In our last episode, Eve's conservative older sister Julie had discovered the envelope containing the pictures that Eve had sent in to the Miss Teenager contest. Whether she was chosen to be a candidate or not was dependent on several factors, most of which Eve had no idea. But she knew one salient thing, that the pictures would be important to the judges. Because after all, everyone knows that the judges only care about one thing: appearance. Oh yes, they tell you to your face that there are other factors, such as talent. But Eve knew a secret nobody else knew. Her pictures alone would qualify her as a candidate, if only they cared about her appearance, as she assumed they did. Now those pictures had fallen into enemy hands. Julie was opening the envelope. In our studio today, we've got Shorty. Shorty is Eve's... Would you mind explaining what your relationship is to our beloved protagonist, number 2, Eve Jones?
Oh, we go way back. To 3rd grade. I had a crush on Eve and followed her around everywhere she went. She was the cutest girl in our class, of course. I mean, have you seen Eve?
Yes. So you're not her boyfriend then?
Well, that's hard to say exactly. I mean, we're really close. Me, Eve, and Deirdre, we're practically like cousins. But we're not. No, we're not.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Have you seen the pictures that Eve sent in to the Miss Teen USA contest?
Oh, sure. The contest was a secret for a couple of weeks. Just between me, Eve, and Deirdre. She was anxious about telling her family. And when you see those pictures, you'll know what I mean.
Any chance that her family will be turned off by them?
Well, to be perfectly honest, Eve is a good saleswoman. She can sell new cars to a used car salesman. I mean, but her family? They're really conservative. This will be a tough battle for Eve.
Seems that way. Thanks for joining us in the studio, Shorty.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Let's listen in and find out what happens in Part 7, Great Expectations. This was it. The perfect time to hide in a hole somewhere deep in the forest and not come out for, say, 15 years. Eve would have settled for her closet. It was closer, and there was a lock on the door if need be. But then, in the inner reaches of her heart, the dark, stormy clouds of doubt were shattered by one single ray of hope, the hope of a dream. This was her dream, Miss Teenager. She could almost smell the Prince Machiavelli wind-song perfume on her skin as she strutted across the stage. She could almost feel the power of wearing Elizabeth Taylor's chiffon, an embroidered veil gown. They would call it Soirée à Rio, with an accent. It would make every other girl on that platform maliciously green with envy. After her unanimous victory, she would feel bad for Pops that the phone would be constantly ringing off the hook with offers for her to do motion pictures at every major and minor Hollywood studio. The question was, how did her dream land in the hands of her conservative-minded older sister without so much as a "Hey sis, congratulations"? Eve shivered at the thought that Julie had laid eyes on her photos.
Well, they are discreet, just like I said, aren't they?
Right hand and left hand joined forces to click each other's fingernails. Julie turned back to their father as he hobbled into Eve's room.
Pop, take a look, will you?
She held up the photos for him to see. Wait, Julie was showing Eve's pictures to their father? This was more embarrassing than the time Ricky's Sundance turned to her in biology class and caught her dreamily staring at his tight bell-bottoms. Eve held her breath. Pops's reply was a relief. Very nice pictures, honey. Very nice.
You, Julie?
Eve hesitated to ask.
What do you think?
Julie held up an outdoor shot of Eve in a bikini with a background of a summer sky.
I don't want to rush this, Eve,
Julie said.
It's too important. To all of us.
So Eve would have to wait. Yes, and she would wait, with expectations now that were far greater than anything she had ever hoped for in her life. Thanks again for joining us, dear listeners. As a reminder, if you're interested in reading more romantic stories by author Dave A. Gardner, be sure to check out the selection of life-changing and inspiring books listed on my website. That website address is authordaveagardner.com. That's authordaveagardner.com. You've listened to The Heart of Juliet Jones fan fiction podcast. Until next time, dear listeners, may joy and peace be yours. And like Juliet, may love always bloom in your heart like a rose.